Hey guys, so it's me, Kiani. Aha! We have a brand new background. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the new setting. We actually have my new makeup collection that is on full display. I turned this into my new studio. I'm super excited about the backdrop. But today we are kicking off my new series, Age Less, Glam More. Of course, I announced that I was going to be producing a new series for my YouTube channel. I also put tickets on sale at Eventbrite and allowed 20 people to come in and ask me their makeup and skincare questions. Of course, the catch was they had to bring their own makeup bag, and I was going to address those questions using products in their makeup bag, of course, with a little bit of help from my grand sponsors. Big thanks to my sponsors for helping me making this event a huge success. There's been so many requests for another class that I'm super excited that this is actually my clientele wants here in the area. But you know, this event did span over about 3 hours, so we did edit the video down to about 4 different segments. So there are going to be 4 different questions. You'll see this intro on part 1 through part 4, so don't shun me. We just want to make sure we can get the content up and out. And for those of you that are interested in this type of concept coming to your hometown, make sure that you comment down below on what is your beauty or skincare related question. Let me know, what town should I come to next? You guys know I love to know. Comment down below. But to make sure that you also get a chance to get insight on how I answered the other questions that came in from this series, make sure that you click that subscribe button. Also click that bell for post notifications to be notified once the videos go live. Without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off the series. Who wants to go first? Give me your first name, because we have not met.
Cassandra.
Cassandra. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How do I find my correct skin tone foundation?
That is probably my #1 question to get on YouTube. It is the #1 series on my YouTube, which is Test or Invest, where I honestly pick from the most recognizable drugstore foundations all the way through to the most ridiculous high-end foundations. And yeah, right? But your question was, how do you find? So tell me, what has been your difficulty finding? Because I can look at you and tell in about 5 rings what shade you are, but it's a mood. Makeup is a mood.
Because right now I didn't use anything on today because I'm trying to get rid of this.
Okay.
But for some reason when I put it on, it makes me look like too white.
Okay. It makes me look too white. Honestly, although I have a little bit of melanin compared to how dark I can get, I totally feel you. Foundation is one of those things that it is the foundation to everything else you're going to do.
Right.
Okay? So if you are going in and you're looking for that one product that is going to camouflage, or we want to cover freckles,
yes,
or you want to cover freckles. As popular as freckles are right now, we want to cover them. Okay. Are you drinking anything? No,
I am.
I'm only asking because there are thousands of people that go right now and they literally put freckles on.
It's fine if they stay. That's
If they stay,
but I just need it to look nice.
You want it to look nice.
Like it does.
So did we hear that? Mm-hmm. So everyone's probably experienced that. We looked at the foundation, regardless of how pale, how much melanin we have, how little tan, how much more tan we have, how long we stayed in the incubator, how long we didn't. Doesn't matter. You can find the wrong shade of foundation and it will make you look ashy,
Yes.
pale, casket, the worst one. I'm gonna have Cassandra come up front. Bring your products, because again, I could pull out my pro bag and I can match Cassandra. But that's not really the whole idea. The idea is to make sure that Cassandra, you can sit right there, that Cassandra can go home and figure out within her bag what she wants to work with. But best, if there's not something that's really going to get her the look that she's looking for, I can probably recommend something. Okay? The point is to make sure that what you have works, and at best when you're ready to purchase, because budget plays a big role, especially when you're constantly buying the wrong thing. Right? Because you're just wasting money. You were inspired to do something better, but it faltered on you, so now you're uninspired. That makes no sense. You're spending hundreds of dollars, if not thousands, on wrong products. Okay? So we're going to take a good deep dive into Cassandra's bag. It's like I'm going in her bathroom at a party. And I'm snooping. So
Yeah, of course I forgot the foundation.
she forgot the foundation, which is her number one problem. You know why she forgot it? Because she hadn't found the right one.
That's right.
Because when you find the right product, this is the thing that will make you stop doing whatever else you're doing to find it. But once you find it, it will find a home. Once it doesn't, until it does, you don't care if you lost it or not. She's not home. She's not home. So I'm going to give Cassandra. Now this, excuse the fingerprints. If you ever see a mirror that doesn't have fingerprints with a makeup artist, they didn't look in it. Watch them. This is how I analyze foundation. We ready? This is brought to you by Glam. Glam always gives me the best lighting. Okay? Can we see this? So imagine me looking in the mirror like this. And this is where I started. I examined the whole situation. And we could just hang out right here for about 5 or 10 minutes so I can get my mind together on what I have to do to get rid of everything that I see. So, and she answers back. Okay? Hair color changes my foundation. If we've been outside walking, we got a little bit of heat last week. In 2 days, I was two shades warmer. That changes my foundation. The environment. If I'm indoors a lot, am I going to be running out in our humidity? Changes it. If I'm on an airplane for 3 weeks straight, like what I have coming up in March, changes the foundation. How long am I going to have the foundation on? Changes the foundation. So she's just talking about color. I'm thinking when she said color to me, I thought about all the brands that I've tested that I could recommend to her that I know for one is going to have her color range. Because, let's be fair, when I first started doing makeup, this was one of the main colors they had in store. It's not until recent that they got colors that I could say one foundation was going to work for me. Am I making sense? So again, when I just look at her, just regularly looking, I'm saying that she's the same, turn this way for me. I'm saying that she's the same here, even here, which is really, really hard. She's the same connection, which is again, easier for me to match her because I'm not having to really come up with anything too aggressive, okay? Let me see what you didn't even bring foundation. So if you were,
I brought the,
you brought cover up? Show me what you used to concealer.
concealer, that's what I meant, sorry.
Concealer. Girls BFF. Show me your own concealer.
This is one shade lighter than what?
One shade lighter. Dump your stuff out right here. Let me see what you have. And I really hate to make you guys open your bags right now because I know you want to take them home and you want to wait and have your glass of wine before you do it. Not you want to have a Coke. But open up your bag and I want you to pull out the pink. There's a pink bag inside the pink bag. Okay, it's like a pink little satchel. You guys can see, I'm going to work with one of my favorite products. This is from Melanie Mills. You guys have, yep, that one. Wave it up high. Melanie Mills sent you guys. This is one of my favorite no foundation products. Okay? You can mix this stuff in with the foundation if you want to, or you can wear it totally by itself. Now, there are about 7 different colors, so there was no reason for her to send everyone the wrong color. So you can pick your own, and I'll give you the website where you can go and get one. But this stuff is amazing. A little bit goes a very, very long way.
So, Kiana,
Yes.
I had always heard that you change your foundation with the season, but not necessarily, so you educated me on it, not necessarily with hair color and outfits and all that.
So it depends on the person.
Oh, okay.
I might change foundations every city I go in. Okay? But if you're going to, if your skin is going to be oilier or drier during the season, that's going to automatically lead you to changing your foundation. Because you're not going to want something super dewy in our 100-degree summer here, right? Because it's not going to last. You're also going to want to make sure that whatever you're going to, so this would be more of my 15-hour show face. I need to have makeup on 15 hours. How many of us work 15 hours straight? Some days you need something a little bit longer, so it's more so situational, not necessarily seasonal.
And you said this you mix with your foundation.
I like to mix it with my foundation unless it's days that I'm not doing anything. If I'm traveling to the West Coast, I might put a little bit of that on in concealer, which is what I'm about to do now. Okay? And that gives me enough coverage to run through the airport and not scare everybody. Put product on, I'm cooling her skin down. And I want to get to, she has a little bit of oil production right now. I can feel a little bit of slip, so I can actually tell right here, this is going to be a problem area for her. Oil control, okay? Right through here, she's a little bit drier. Combination skin. Normal, we've heard that, right? You see on the bottom, normal the combination, normal the oily. You break that. Understanding what that stuff means is going to minimize how much product you buy. Right through here, she's already told me that she's having a little bit more of a breakout. Typically, when people have a breakout, they touch that area more as well. So if I were during her face, I would go more matte here, because I'm going to give her skin more product to break through, a drier formulation. And as I work down through here, I'm going to want her freckles to show, because I think it's part of her personality. I think it's beautiful. I personally do. And then she doesn't really even have dark circles, but you know she kept a concealer in her bag. Most people do have a good concealer, okay? So if you were asking me, how do I find the shade? I would tell you to really look for something that has a little bit more of a pink undertone, okay? It's going to give you brightness. Right now she has a lot of yellow. Can we see this? But if I go too yellow, I'm going to make her look sickly. If I go pink, typically it makes the skin look brighter. And in her case, it would actually work really, really nice. So you're going to be looking for a cool tone foundation. So you should always see a C. That's not always true though. Because even though she has freckles, her freckles probably get a little bit bigger when it's warm. So your foundation is probably going to change minimum twice a year. Okay? Let me show you how to use this product. Let's see. So if you're opening up the bag, this stuff is freaking awesome. I'm going to just, for the sake of my favorite one, on my lighter complected young ladies, is the one that's called Opalescence. I know I should have my glasses on, but I have my lashes on, so forget it. There's another one in here called Peach Deluxe, which is the one that I mix. So my girls that want to get a little bit more of a glow without so much yellow, it will always work for anyone, so it becomes the highlight. But just for her to show her how to use this one with the foundation. The golden one, so when we want a little bit more on our legs, you know, I'm always running around pellet on my legs, I feel like. And you know, I'm wearing my shorts and stuff. I don't have to use self-tanner, but I get a real even glow with this product. So, would you use this foundation as your foundation brush? Show me what you normally use. This one?
Yes.
Okay. Now you see what she pulled? I love brushes like this to buff, but it's impossible for me to go into this little thing. So, but it's yours, right? So you don't mind if we double dipping in? Right. All right. So, turn. She knew she was gonna get her face done today. She was like, I ain't putting jack. But get it. All right. Now, who has a brush like this? Who has the call these like kabuki brushes? I love them because they give you a beautiful, like an airbrush feel. They cover a large surface area, but they will absorb your foundation. See what I'm doing? Spray it. With my skincare spray, not with water. It'll give you a little bit more blend time on the brush.
Kiana, is that the aloe spray that you're using?
This one is the cucumber. I love the rose one. I love the lavender one. This one, I don't keep in my makeup bag. I always keep it in my clients just because it's more calming.
Exactly.
Yeah. Let's see, spin this way for me. So I'm just going to kind of buff down. Can you see what's happening to her skin already?
Mm-hmm.
You see there's no trick photography. Can you see what just happened?
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like I just found her right shade, right?
Uh-huh.
Now remember, foundation is it's just like a foundation of a house. If you have a faulty foundation, everything else is going to crumble too. In our case, it's going to melt before 6 hours. Okay? So I'm going to let you just hold that so you can kind of love on yourself a little bit. And I'm just doing a quick whisk. I like to do this type of technique when I'm working with my bridal clients because usually I meet them and they've never met me. I've never done their face before. So if I go in and put a cake on right away, they're terrified. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. We got a bride in the house. Miss Charity's getting ready to say I do, honey. Do you just say it? Did you? And I didn't know you. I didn't meet you. I didn't do your makeup for your wedding. What in the world?
Oh, we just went to the gym.
Oh, we just went to the Well, now you know when you're ready to really, Tell them, you know what, I meant it. Let me know. So we kind of gave her a really, really neutral, blend down. You notice how we're making it with this brush? It's tighter, it's gonna hold more product. The fatter the brush, the more it disperses. Okay? Same thing with your eyeshadow. Use a fat brush, it's gonna blend down. Use a tight brush, you get more impact. Yeah? Oh, it doesn't make sense? Kind of makes sense, right? Just like if you use a big spoon, you're gonna eat more food. Big plate, little plate, get it? Same thing. All right, so I just want to kind of work this in. I'm not mixing it. I just really want to see how much coverage I can actually get. Now, this is the best thing. Can you see that? No start and stop. Usually, if your makeup is disconnected, you better bring it all the way down. Sometimes I paint all the way down. Some of the guys that I work with, they paint all the way down to the boots. Just depends on what look we're making. It's a move, so you can't be afraid. So if the foundation is wrong for you, and you're wearing a turtleneck, girl, you just gotta take it. Cover girl, I just mentioned that. Right? You love this concealer?
I do.
Why do you love it? Have we anyone else tried this?
They were the only ones that could match.
They were the only ones that could match.
Close enough.
Close enough. So tell me again, what do you want in your foundation to do? You just want it to match.
I just wanted to match and look like
You didn't say anything about it not holding. She didn't say anything about fine lines. She didn't say anything about settling. She didn't say anything. She just said, I just want it to match. Because typically once you get the color, then you start to find something else to obsess over. This mirror, girl, we can find a lot to obsess over. A lot. She said, you can fix it, let's keep going. See what I'm saying? Nice try, Sandra, no ma'am. That's gonna cost you, girl, extra. So I'm gonna go in because this is hers, little tiny wand. The worst thing known to a girl. Why? Why do you say that, yeah? Because what I just laid down and I drag it, I would just normal print, I can feel it pulling. It's the worst thing. Who all does that? Oh, we got pros in the room now. Everybody's a pro. Nobody puts this wand to their face. Really? Thank you for being honest. I know the rest of mine. Watch this. I get a lot of product, right? Looks like something I'm interested in, right? Just gonna grab a little bit because I can control the amount. Now, did you see what just happened? It started to show skin. It's not a heavy concealer. Some concealers, Tarte Shape Tape, my favorite. They're getting a bad rap right now. The best concealer to me. Makeup is one of those things that is definitely it's a mood, right? Look up for me. I'm just going to make her look like she has a foundation on. Look up for me. I'm just going to cover a little bit of the blue that I see here. Notice I'm working in this inner triangle more, and I'm buffing it out. I didn't use the color correct on her. She doesn't really need it, but again, remember I told you if I were to find a foundation, it would have a little bit of pink in it for her. It's going to give her automatic brightness. Pink is color correcting, okay? But just by the mere fact that I'm putting something a little bit denser, a little bit thicker, a little bit more matte, she's going to have more coverage. She's going to look like she did a full foundation. This technique should only take you about 2-3 minutes. Getting that same brush, it still has a little bit of luminosity on it. Want to make sure that when it breaks on her cheek, that I don't get a lot of cakiness. Am I making sense? If you've ever seen your product that connects right here, and you can tell the difference in texture. I create a luminosity here. I'm going in matte. When they mesh, it blends out. Creates a nice happy medium so they blend better. Okay? Again, same brush. I'm lightly whisking over it to make sure that I have no line of demarcation. Can we see what just happened? Let me put it away. Look up. Can we see what just happened? Can we see the difference? So I instantly made her look like she has foundation on, but I didn't put foundation all over her face. I did foundation her, but I didn't have to choose a color. I worked with her complexion. Would you say that automatically changed?
Yes.
Yeah? And I'm working with what you have. And guess what? From Melanie Mills, you now have her stuff too. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna give you your stuff back. You feel okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Miss Cassandra a big round of applause. Thank you. We're gonna call up Miss Marie.